I'm Caprice, terror on the high seas of Lyrie. On a recent raid at Dire Cove, I intercepted a message meant for some valiant warrior type. It was an invitation to the trials of Strife. It appears the Keepers are raising an army. Normally not my thing, but where there's conquest, there's gold, and I want it. So I buried my treasure, marooned my crew, and burned my ship. I kept the anchor. Sentimental about these things. And now, who knows what horizons lay before me. Prepare yourselves, Keepers. Caprice is coming to the trials of Strife.
Okay, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We are here in Strife, and we are doing the introductory mission. And so we gotta kind of figure out, kind of led by the hand a little bit, to how this game works. And this is something similar that you see in Dota 2. They have a very similar method of educating you on how game mechanics work. And for the sake of showing you during the closed-ish beta, I decided to just run around and do stuff in here. So we'll just come over here and kill these little island pygmies. So if I had to describe Strife, it's sort of like someone took a half between League of Legends and also like Smite. So you got this very 3D feeling to everything, not just sprites running around on a screen. Like, yes, they're kind of 3D, but at the same time, you know, not really. But it's very close in, it's very up in your face, not as zoomed out as the other games.
More of them? Let's see how they like a splash of fire logger.
So we're gonna get our first skill, and to level this we gotta hit the tilde key, and then pick a skill, which, not sure if I really want that in a MOBA. Like, MOBAs are pretty fast-paced. I think I'd almost prefer if you could just click these icons for the keys to do it. I mean, that is a little stereotypical of most MOBAs, but it's not too bad. So we'll toss this out here. Oh, it didn't even do the thing. Well, that was pathetic. Just wait a few seconds. So as you can see, they've got something like League where you can run up, and it's got sort of a clue, if you will, as to what the spell does. When you hover over it, when you activate it, it plays out on the ground, and then it kind of implies how the spell behaves, even if you decide not to use it as prescribed. Or by that I mean you don't want to read the tooltip, because I'm not really big on reading in games like this. You can quickly thumb over. There's not a lot to say on this, though, so these are pretty simple, straightforward uses.
Urge of Darkstone, this bridge is ruined.
Uh-oh, the bridge is out. Well, that's not good. The traveling merchant who looks like a guy from a thing elsewhere. So cray-cray. For Crayola.
How generous of you. Sorry.
So he's going to help us cross the bridge, but only if we help him. But our gold's all buried, and we can't afford to pay him to get us across, so we got to do him a favor. Which is kind of douchey of him, but whatever. And so far this kind of seems like Gragas mixed with Misfortune if you are playing League when you're watching this. If you're familiar with League and how that kind of plays out. So what I was saying earlier with the sort of skill sets and like having mouse overs that tell you what the effects do, this game has them, and games like Dawngate have limited versions, but they start you out with smart casting. This game does not seem to want to do that, at least not in the tutorial level. I just started this, so we'll find out. So this is the part of the level that kind of encourages you to use the stealth mechanics of tall grass. We've seen that in pretty much every MOBA ever. And we just got to smack him in the face, and then he'll give up his loots, because he doesn't want us to stab him in the face, which I understand is rather awkward for folks. So we'll just grab this and head back to the merchant.
Return to the merchant with the gold.
And then he's going to be completely relatively unhelpful with the whole situation. And I might just... Nope, I can't skip to the next leg without talking to him.
You're fast, pilot. I must say I underestimated you. How about this? Buy a new pair of warp boots for me. With that gold, we'll call it even.
Alright, so he doesn't actually fix anything, but he introduces the shop to us. So we hit B, and look, we can purchase warp boots. And so it looks to me that this implies that while League of Legends has summoner skills, and Dawngate and Dota also have that, they're trying to sort of shift summoner spells into the realm of actives only on items, whereas games like Dota mix summoners and actives, and games like Dawngate go to exclusively summoner skills. So we'll just use our warp capability with D to pop across the canyon.
Quite the rush.
Okay, so we're off to do stuff. Here's an observatory. Use this to scout the way ahead. To unlock your camera, this will allow you to do the stuff. So we hit L, and L allows us to go off and look around. And as you can see, they introduced the towers here. So we have to use these minions in order to get past them. Oh, we have a militia leader.
Seems like you could use a little help.
And who might you be?
Let's not worry about names. You need this road cleared. I need this road cleared. That should be enough.
You know, the friend of my enemy is my friend to me. Friend to me. Alright, let's do the thing. So we've got these cute little characters. They're far more 3D-y than a lot of, Okay, we've now got an unlocked camera. Something we're a lot more familiar with. You can also lock the camera. Not sure if you want to do that or not. I've known people who play locked, so it's whatevs. So standard rules, they shoot minions first, as opposed to us. It's whatever. And I don't think the summoner abilities do any damage to anything but minions, which is pretty standard. It would be kind of overpowered if some characters could do that and others couldn't. And likewise, if you could just spam a tower, it would sort of speed up the process, and usually towers are used as a means to slow down everything. Do they attack you when you attack the minions? Doesn't look like it. But maybe when you attack the bandit lord. Let's find out. Oh, yep, it does. Okay, standard practice here. We'll just shoot him outside of tower range, because I'm a butthole, and I will do this to the NPCs. And then we'll murder him. Murder him real good, and get all that gold for ourselves. And then we've got a tilde key upgrade. Again, not super sold on this method of using upgrades. It literally makes you have to stop combat in order to do your upgrades in a way. And most of the time you prefer to just click it if it becomes available during combat, maybe with a hotkey, and then get on to using it, whereas this kind of requires you to stop, open up the panel, click the button, click out of the panel. And so, yeah. Oh, we found out my secret pirate identity! Oh, crap! Okay, what do we got? Ah, I see you've earned some gold. Anything else you'd like to buy? Oh, you're the frickin' merchant. You're just ensuring you have business, you beast. Okay, I bought that dagger thing, mystic dagger. What does mystic dagger do? Mystic dagger. I have the power crystal. Wait. Where's my dagger? Where is my mystic dagger? I just bought the mystic dagger. Where does it show up? These are my items that are usable. Power crystal, 16 power, increases the damage of basic attacks. Oh, and I bought that. Okay. And I don't have a lot of gold for the other things. Okay. Whatever. Guess I'll go over here.
Something here feels different.
Something's different. Oh, hello. What is this?
I finally found.
Oh, good. I am Balder, the spirit of the sky. Oh good, so we get to fight another champion one-on-one. 1v1. He does some sky slashing. Looks like this is supposed to introduce some of the other visual mechanics for the game. And looks like this implies that a lot of them are pretty easy to kite. But I don't have a whole boatload of mana, so I'm going to save it for my Q when that becomes available. Maybe not. Okay, this looks like a stacking buff, and I like that ability to do that. You put some things as like a hover above them so that you can tell, without looking at the bottom of your screen, what sort of debuffs someone has on them. I kind of like that. Yeah, I dig that. I dig that a lot. Alright, he's toast. Now we can use the portal jigger.
Well, I suppose this is it. Strike sail and let her wail.
Alright, we can set sail to the things. Uh-oh, we're getting sucked down into a black hole.
As you can see, getting here, especially when you aren't invited, may be difficult. However, far greater challenges await you. Unfortunately, your introduction is going to have to wait. I need your help with something first. Or the parlance has seen that she was taken by the alchemist.
Okay, well, that looks like this continues with some storylines, and I don't mind that. That kind of gives you a different outlet to explore the backstory behind the story of Strife. And it looks like we have your standard Moba mechanics built into the lore of, like, maybe the Aztecs or the Mayans, as you can kind of see here in the background. Either way, I've been your host, Larry the Chupacabra, and join me again for some more Strife coming up. Otherwise, I don't know when you're going to see this, but otherwise, I've been your host, Larry Chupacabra. Thank you for joining me. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this little video and you'd like to continue on the series, and I will catch you next time. Toodaloo!